Let's let him read it, though. Batch is the director. Uncle Dennis is not actually on the camera today. We got the stationary one. This is the Annealer reveal, and I just rubbed it all off. But that was the date, 7/21, baby. Take live feed. No second take here. So, yeah, here we are, folks. It's a gorgeous one. It's a hottie. We got the people joining into the stream. I got the comments right here. Holler at us if you got questions. We're going to go over some beautiful things on the table here, some really nice things. And as usual, I'm feeling pretty jacked up, pretty jazzed, because we just had an amazing power meeting about everything going on. We're starting to, Lucy's in town, which we spoke about on the show. Joey's in town. He's coming to our employee bubble blow tonight. Nice staff party. Lucy's starting to paint the event space over there, getting ready for customer appreciation the Friday and Saturday before our world record attempt on the 30th of this month. We just got amazing things happening over there. Right over here, we got some really awesome things happening. Matt's up on the high riser right now, cleaning off all. We've got this beautiful bubble display that we made about 10 years back, my parents made, and he's dusting all those off and getting them glistening for the bubble event, which is very cool. And Sue's already here hollering at us. What's up, Sue? For those of you that saw the pictures, I know I talked about it on Tuesday, saw the pictures on the Glass Academy Addicts Facebook page. She was just in town, her and her daughter Taryn, and we just had a gosh darn blast. It was a really, really good time. We got Georgia in town from Dana from Georgia in town. And I think I said it last time, and I haven't heard anybody else answer, but I think she's the only Georgian that we at least have commenting on our shows. So that's super cool. And Dana, we might have to get a Georgian flag from you someday. Maybe make some peaches. Excuse me, I've been corrected. Edith is in the house. We got another Georgian, and I don't know how you guys connect with peaches out there in Georgia, but I had a peach this morning, and it was sloppy, and it was good, and I was just going to town on that thing. It was crazy. But anywho, we don't need to get into all that peach talk. We got Kathleen, we got Janet in the house. Carol's here, love it. We got to have those Canadians in the house. We got Gaia, I believe is the way I started pronouncing it correct now, and she is from the UK, and it's been pretty darn hot over here too, and where I was just reading about somewhere like, I don't know, somewhere in the States was 105 degrees or something, and I can't complain about it, folks. I love it. Anywhere you come out, anytime you come out of the shop after working, whatever the temperature is outside feels amazing. And then if you're standing there and the sun's hitting you and you're getting a tan while you're sweating, it's amazing. Donna's here. What's happening? Janet from England. Ain't nothing like a Georgia peach. I don't know where my peach was from, but when we drive through Georgia going down to Florida, I think we do. Depends on the route we take. I remember getting peaches growing up all the time, and I love a peach. That's top 3 fruits for me in the world. Which would be a cool question to ask. There's so many different fruits. What's your guys' top? Well, just give me your favorite fruit or a top 3 fruit that comes to mind. That'd be really cool to see. Peaches are up there. I don't know too many people who don't like peaches. But anyway, I'm talking about glass, right? Jeez. Christine, what's happening? Welcome, everybody. You know the deal for the Annealer reveal. Ask questions if you got them. If you want to see something in more detail, holler at us. We got these incredible cameras showing the most ridiculous high-definition video to you, and we're also upgrading our streaming software, or so I've heard, in the near future, so it might even become 25 times more crisp. So you guys can take your glasses off and let your eyes relax, because this is pretty good quality. Couple for raspberries. Those are up there too. If they're ripe and they're good. But what about black raspberries? Those are tight. My friend just made a black raspberry and peach cobbler. That's literally probably the best dessert ever, in my opinion. Homemade, hand-picked. So I'm walking over here like I already got something to show you, but I don't. what I have to show you is a lot of pumpkins. We had a pumpkin show. We had the first live feed table full of pumpkins available for purchase, and we made only pumpkins, and we used bar color on all the pumpkins. So they're all encased in clear. They've got a beautiful, solid tone of color, which is rare. Like you guys know at this point, it takes twice as long to use this bar color. And for anybody who's brand new to the show, I'll show you the difference right here. Bar color. Real dense, delicious, beautiful color. And this is the frit right here. Look at that. That's copper blue. That's an electric, beautiful blue. Got to redo the tag on that one. But this one, instead of adding to the outside in spots real quick, you chop off a chunk of this. We blew it out into a small little bubble and then gathered clear over it and blew it all the way out. And you'll see what I mean about the color on those in a second here. I'll organize that a little bit later. But I got one just to show you guys later, 2 things to show you, but these are the 4 from the show. If I'm not mistaken, I haven't seen any orders be put into my hand recently, but only one of them has sold, and it's the maize and blue one here. And that one was the warmer-upper. That was the first piece that that Chris did on the show, so I'll have to show that one off first. And Pat is the one that got that one. Pat Wagner. There's a Wegner. Yeah, it's Wegner. She's got a lot of glass. She's a collector as well. She's an addict. She's a patron of the arts, as we like to call them, as are many of the people that watch this show, supporting the local handmade quality craft in Michigan. But take a gander at this. This is what we started off with. This was bar color. Chris picked this color out. And this was, he called it a deep royal blue, and this is a maize and blue special. And it's looking really, I mean, look at the stem. We just went crazy on it. That was what Michelle wanted. She wanted the crazy stems and just, I mean, that's a long, long stem. To wrap all the way around and come back to where it was first placed is ridiculous. And it's really nice. He squished it down, touched it so it's sturdy, and it's just looking really good. And I'm going to try and pull this back just a hair and see if it makes a difference on that yellow stem. Well, it's not doing it well on the show, so it's all good. But you guys can see what I mean here by, I should have brought another pumpkin for an example, but obviously the color is really smooth. There's no spottiness to it at all. But just look at the way the ribs, like, they catch this extra amount of clear. When the lighting's just right, you can almost see a layer of lighting come along like the inside of the pumpkin, and it hits up against the blue, and then the ribs almost become clear and just reflect light off of them. It's tough for me to show you this in the camera right now, but you will see this and you'll know exactly what I mean. There's a layer of light that beams off each one of these rather than just seeing the texture of each rib, which is a beautiful thing too. This is something different, and that's when we make a lot of pumpkins throughout the season, it's a really cool thing to have. You know, they're all going to be different, but to spend a little time and have some higher priced, higher class pumpkins that have a totally different aura to them is super cool. The other thing I wanted to show off, now we talked about this as the U of M pumpkin. Pat may not be a U of M super fan, but she did buy this pumpkin after us talking about U of M all show. So take a gander down here. What I did was I wrote show number 172. And then I wrote right under here. That's a little tough one to see without me bumping the mic up against it and everything, rubbing up on there. There it is. Go blue. I'd really try and not put too much personal information on these pumpkins when I'm signing them. I mean, every show I've got something I could write on there, like the crazy one that was saved and came back to life or whatever it was. But I don't want people to have too much information on there. If they're not a Michigan fan, if you're a state fan, you probably wouldn't have bought this. So I figured it was okay to add that to this one and kind of make it a little extra special. But that's the deal. Pat, better be a U of M fan. Or you just love blue and yellow and it's a beautiful pumpkin, but at least it's been secured as a U of M pumpkin at this point. We got blueberries, peach with lunch today. That's what I'm talking about. Peaches, lemons. That's an interesting one because that's not like a fruit that you would just eat, you know. It's kind of a garnish. So that's a cool answer. I like that. Blackberries are amazing. Blueberries are amazing. White flesh peaches. I never had one, but I would have one. I would have one. And thank you. Yeah, Sam put up the page right there. If any of you guys are interested in these 3 pumpkins, which I'm about to go into detail on, these are still available. As we said, I think we actually priced them a little low considering some of the pumpkins we've done this size. So like I was saying, I mean, if we do bar color pumpkins, if we do a line of bar color pumpkins, they'll be priced up 30%, I would say. So if they are a little on the lower side, I'm not 100% sure. I haven't looked at the website, at least on the last 2. It's a pretty good opportunity to get something different than what we traditionally do. That's the link for it right there. Pat says, thank you, I love it. You're the bomb. Nancy, thank you very much. U of M fan, that's what I'm talking about. Dana, thank you. And I will try 'em, Kathleen, I will. The other thing that just popped into my brain thinking about food is that we got our second food truck confirmed for the 31st for our Guinness World Record attempt day and celebration. And the first one, which we've talked about, is Shimmy Shack. It is a vegan food truck, kind of diner-style food. And I saw a few of you, especially some addicts, Dawn specifically, did some posting for me and gave them a shout-out on their Facebook page. And I really appreciate that. It's super cool. I hope she saw that. This next one is a Nigerian food truck. It's called Fork of Nigeria. You guys can check it out. Google them. Maybe Sam's going to put the link up. I see her fingers working right now. That's super cool, and I'm so excited to have vegan and Nigerian food. It's so different. We're not having just a burger truck, and we're not flipping hot dogs. We're having cool, unique, super sweet people, and it's just going to be a ridiculous event. So that's just awesome, and if you want to look them up and send them some love too, that'd be super cool. Or just come on the 31st and buy some food from these guys. It's going to be tasty, and it's going to be an amazing day. Thank you, Sam, for tossing that up. Shimmy Shack and Fork in Nigeria. Boom. Take a look at that. The other thing about the event that I just remembered that I had to talk about is we've now given the option. It's coming up on the website, if not already, in the near future. And if it's not, you can just send us a message. But we're going to have an option for all the people that are out of town that won't make the event or will just be there on the 31st that want to participate and be involved in the actual bubble process. So we put up a thing on the website, or it's going to be up in the next couple days. For $30, you can purchase a bubble. We'll send you a bubble. We'll send you the little base stand, the $5 stand, and we will put your other bubble that you're purchasing in with the mixture. You'll be part of the world record and part of the Michigan and Breath of Michigan community that's making this all come together. And that's a pretty cool option for the out-of-towners. We're going to choose where your $5 donation goes because there's too many logistics to figure that all out via the phone and whatnot, and we want to keep it simple. So that will be an option. You can add that to your cart if you're going to buy something online or you're shopping for customer appreciation or during the live show you bought a pumpkin or you're buying one of these. Add that $30 bubble on there, and you guys will be a part of that class and give us a little extra love, a little extra kick of energy, and we really appreciate that. And we'll send the bubble right with whatever you're getting shipped out. So that's super cool. Heidi's coming into town this weekend, or is it next weekend? If you're coming to town this weekend, it must mean you're doing the bubble class, so that's going to be super cool. Can't wait to see you. Mindy saw Shimmy Shack. Very cool. I haven't ever seen Shimmy Shack before, but I'm super excited about that. And then Mary Lou's in the house. What's happening, Mary Lou? So moving on. Anyway, as I was saying, number 2 pumpkin, I had to go with this guy. Now, let me tell you, I thought it was an orange. Could be argued that this is a red at this point. It's a red-orange. And actually, now that I think about it, I know exactly what color it is. It's probably this K68 red-orange right here. That's an opaque. That's pretty much the color right there. Boom. So that's super cool, and that's just even more so. I mean, frits are already difficult enough to work with, and you got to know what colors work with each other, how they change colors, the smoothness, the softness of them. With bar color, it's like that looked like bright orange. I was going for bright orange, and I totally picked out a red color, which is no biggie. It's a beautiful pumpkin. I'm in love with it. The shape's perfect. I was talking about the plumpness of a pumpkin, like it's filled with action. It's not deflating at all. And this one is seriously full of action. Where was that sun I just saw a second ago? Somewhere over there. That's all right. It's looking good. This guy's stem's ridiculous too. Chris brought it right back. I brought him a gorgeous stem, and he was like, I'm gonna bring him an even more gorgeous stem. This one's gold. Look at the swoop on it. I love that look when you got the ring and then the stem is tucked right in there, real cozy. I mean, that's just, it's symmetrical. It's super tight. You can see that clear glossiness to it. Look at the way the light hits off of these sides over here. The facets of it, that's super tight. That's just, that's all I got for that one. Really happy, really happy with that. And there's something so beautiful about bringing glass fresh out of the annealer. It's never been seen by the day, you know. There's no dust on it. It's crystal clear and beautifully clean. And that's what all these are looking like right now. Perfect pumpkin color, we'll take it. Then we went on to, that guy's still available. And it's so beautiful. We've got some pieces that'll sit around for a long time, and then someone finds it, and it's the perfect piece for them. There's something about making a piece, though, that whether it sells or not, I'm super happy with it because I know this is going to be someone's treasure. Whether it's today or whether it's at the Ren Fair or whether it makes it to pumpkin season, someone's going to be real happy about that. So that's super cool. Then we went on to Chris's one, and this one really adds a little specialness to what's going on here. Look at that. It's a large squasher, so it's not sitting perfectly flat. It's leaning to one side, and it is blinging, folks. I mean, this kind of just looks weird sticking into the camera like this. But, yeah, I mean, this thing just... Look at the iridescence on this thing. It's ridiculous. It's a deep purple, like a nice, kind of reminds me of like Disney purple. Like it's like a light, yes, Disney purple. And it's hidden under there real good. It's subtle. And then when you iridize this gold, a lot of times it'll pull color from whatever's hidden around it or whatever other colors, the accent color. But it typically leans towards purple. So to put iris gold on top of purple and see that iridescence, it's like a second purple, a different shade on top of it, and the texture is just ridiculous. And I mean, the stem on this is ridiculous too. That one goes full around, it's even, it's smooth. He tucked it in there real good. The thickness is nice. I'm always looking for the thickness here. You don't want it to pull out real thin and then get thick again on its way back around. It's thicker, it's got a nice solid base, starts to thin out, and then trails off to a beautiful thin situation on the end. This is just a ridiculous, tasty son of a gun. Nice flat booty on it, and then I signed it Show 172 as well. That one's just a honey right there. That's just really nice. I'll give it a little spin on our sweet spinning device. That piece is available for sale. I never saw the price on that one. It's not sold. Well, Ian from tech support, that piece is not available, folks. And there you go. Let's see, Cinderella. Look, and everyone's saying, I don't know if people said Cinderella before I said Disney, but we're on the same page, you guys. Isn't Cinderella Disney? For sure. Maybe. Cinderella's carriage, chariot. Psh. Yeah, that's a really nice one. Well done, Chris. Then we got into the giveaway, and arguably, if I wasn't so in love with the shape and the size of this one, maybe if this was smaller, this one would take the lead, but I just love, and I talked about on the show, my colors, my theme is beige, tan, white, and gold. I mean, whoa, look at this guy. If that's not the most, like that makes me think of the most beautiful woman ever wearing the most beautiful dress ever in some ball back in, like, the 1950s. Like, this is, like, the most elegant thing I've seen in a while. The swoosh in here is beautiful. The white is super popping. And you can actually see really well what I was talking about, the way the light's coming in here and you see those clear ribs. It's not like they're white ribs. They're clear ribs. It's like being hugged by clear glass. And the stem's just super good. And you see it up top. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, like up in there. See the clear edge. Stem came down gorgeous. It's like a big old lock of tasty hair. Hair's not that tasty, but that's just a beautiful piece. And this one is the giveaway. So as much as that one would sell, I'd probably, if I were pricing that one, it'd be probably like a $108 pumpkin. pumpkin pricing's, I got to get back into that. It's been about a year. But that's right about where I put it. It wouldn't be under $100, and that's going to be the giveaway. So if you guys haven't entered into the giveaway, Sam's going to put up the prompt. You guys know the deal. enews@glassacademy.com. The question for last week, which got handled by a little bit of paperwork over here. Oh, yeah, this classic one. Your favorite? Question mark. But I think the question was, what's your favorite use of pumpkin? And I think it was food related, whether it's a pumpkin latte or a pumpkin seed special or whatever. But I brought up the point, could be anything. You guys like making jack-o'-lanterns? You guys like throwing them at the neighbor's house? Who knows? Letting the squirrels eat the dead ones that are sitting on your porch because you didn't clean them out after Halloween. Up to you guys. But you send that answer to enews@glassacademy.com. Email us that. You'll be entered to win. Just like last week, we've had 2 really, and we're going to make a couple more of those bubble goblets because they were so nice. We got a couple orders in for them. But it's just 2 really nice giveaways in a row. And if you got friends or family that have an email, get them to sign up and just have them send in the answer and get yourself another opportunity, another chance to win a giveaway, because that's just a honey right there. Thank you, guys. That would be a beautiful holiday table, and that's pumpkins can be year-round, you guys. You know glass pumpkins are a huge deal in the glass art industry, and a lot of people will keep them up. And if you got something, if it's not like your orange or really harvesty festival one, that's an elegant pumpkin right there. That guy could be up anywhere with any other decoration sitting around it throughout the year, and I think you guys can all imagine that. This is what I wanted to just show off, was my very frustrating, and I apologize for getting so frustrated, pine cone. First attempt at a pine cone. It looks like a tree, like the Michigan trees we do. Super, super unhappy with it. I don't know why I was getting so frustrated the other day. I think I was getting hangry or something, so just forgive me on that, because I could have done a much better job, but it's the first attempt, and you guys kind of see that on the experimental show where I'll just like expect it's going to go really good on the first time, and Michelle's always there to be like, why don't you just chill out a little bit? You're not a superhuman. So I definitely need to give this 2 or 3 more tries. We're going to build up to that. We've got a date that I need to get this to Michelle for marketing before we get it on the floor, and she's got to confirm she even likes the product. I think a pine cone is something I've never seen a glass shop make, and it's going to be just like our acorns and our leaves that we do. It's going to be a beautiful accent to any of the pumpkins you have, and I really want to get them so that I can have that a little smaller base, but a nice flat base so they can sit right upright like that. And they're going to get a little bit wider. They're going to curl up and then have a really tiny, nice point on the tip of it. And you will be able to put them sideways too. So if they lean, if they're angled up like that, and you got 2 acorns, 2 leaves, and maybe, or 2 pine cones, 2 leaves, and an acorn, and then 1 big pumpkin, that's a heck of a display. The squirrels definitely got a hold of that pine cone. Yeah, this one, the white one with the acorns around it. Psh. This is not from the show, but I wanted to show this off because we are designing, we're in the midst, and I've been talking about it a little bit, but we're in the midst of designing the 2022 pumpkin set. We're going to have 2 sets of 2 styles, and then we're going to have our 2022 signature pumpkin, which I've already talked about, is going to blow everybody's mind. I'm super excited about it. It's an amazing thing. But this is just one of the pumpkins that we've been working on. I'm blown away by this color. It's a new color that we bought. It's a beautiful, transparent, super glassy pumpkin. This is the tight ribs, bunch of ribs, and a super elegant stem. Both Matt and Brandon are doing a ridiculous job bringing stems, and they're learning a ton. They are amazing apprentices, and I'm just really happy to have them around. And we're adding Joey to the team. We've got a serious team of glass artists that we're just going to start going to town, you guys. That's all I can say. Over the next bit of time, we are going to be going to town, and we're going to get a lot of things done, and we're going to make a lot of smiles happen, and it's just going to be an incredible, incredible ride. So stay tuned for these sets to come out. I'm getting really excited about those. Those are the ones we're going to get on the website. We'll always have individual, one-of-a-kinders, straight from the brain, but we want to have some that we can document the colors. We can have them available to people all over the U.S. and get them professionally photographed and have them on the website. So that's what's coming down the pipeline. We're thinking about that right now during the Guinness event for October this year, and it's going to be super good. That's right, folks. It's going to be great to have Joey back. We're going to see him tonight for our staff bubble event. Get him back acquainted into the shop. He'll be working a couple days a week, and he's going to be teaching on the weekends, both Saturdays and Sundays, with Nick, who, if anybody's taking a class or coming on the weekends, you've likely seen or talked to Nick. He's got all the facts in the world. He's an amazing glass artist. He's an amazing guy. He's just a sweet, sweet, amazing guy. And both him and Joey working together, they're going to be one heck of a dynamic duo, and I promise nobody's coming into this shop on the weekends without a bunch of energy flying around and good vibes and just a great time with those guys, because they are good people. So really excited to have Joey back. He'll be on the shows with us. I think starting next week we're going to get him on there. And it's just things are going to get crazy and we're going to have a good time. So that's going to about sum it up for me, folks. Appreciate the 40 or so people that come in live while we're doing this in the middle of a Thursday. And everybody else who's watching them later, appreciate you guys too. I know you can't just get out of here and get out of work and watch it, depending on the scenario. I know some people it's like 3 in the morning right now. So appreciate you all. We're going to get back to work, go back to cleaning these bubbles. I'm going to help Matt out a little bit and get some other orders done and whatnot. But remember that those 2 are sold. That's the giveaway. I believe maybe the orange one is still available on the website. You guys will have to check for yourself. And we're going to get to the experimental show, and we're going to have an incredible week. You guys have an amazing one. Anyone who's coming to town this weekend for the bubble event, we'll see you then. And stay cool during all this craziness. Drink a lot of water and whatever. I could keep going, but we better cut it right there.